Hello, my name is Juan Nunez. I am the practice leader for data analytics and microstrategies. And I'm joined today by Paul Zikopoulos. And I hope I said your name right, Paul. Paul, you have written extensively about artificial intelligence, big data, about the cloud and people adopting the cloud. We're really excited to have you join our webinar series in partnership with IBM. And specifically in the first session, we're going to talk about some of the challenges we run into. So really excited to hear from you. We'll get into a lot of deeper conversation during our webinar, but what are some of the things that pop at you when we start talking about challenges in working with data, artificial intelligence, through all your research, all your work? What are some of the things that pop at you?
Yeah, Juan, first, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here and then to join everybody in the broader event. It's funny, I see the same repeating challenges every customer I talk to. So the good news is if you resonate with these challenges, you're not alone, and you tune into the session and we're going to talk about them and dive into them. I'd say there's probably 4 or 5 things that are recurring patterns everywhere I go. One, every company is drowning in data. Imagine being stranded in the ocean and you're thirsty. You're surrounded by this water, but there's not a drop to drink. That is the analogy that I use for people with data. We're not utilizing the data like we should. I think Forrester said some 78% of data isn't even used. So that's number one, using what we have. Number 2 is governance. And I think the biggest problem I see is most people approach data governance with a least effort to comply approach. So it's, oh, I don't want to get fined. I have to adhere to GDPR or something like that. When this is the secret sauce to boost your analytics strategy, especially in AI, because the big thing about AI right now isn't about building models. We know how to build models. We can get them accurate. It's about the explainability of those models, right? And understanding the lineage of those data. So AI accuracy isn't enough anymore. Explainability will be the key thing. I think the other 3 challenges I see is what I'll call the wisdom of the crowd. How do we invite everyone together to participate in an analytics transformation? When you do that, businesses change their outcomes. So today you're a data scientist, you know what you're doing, but not everyone can be a data scientist. But you shouldn't have to be a data scientist to participate. We should offer low code, no code, those types of IDEs or tool frameworks so everyone can participate and collaborate. And the 5th and final one is, especially with COVID, how do I accelerate my digital transformation and remain agile? So you're seeing the emergence of AI Ops, AI Operations, DevOps, and those types of things. Those 5 things are the challenges every single customer is facing.
That's wonderful. Paul, thank you so much. I'm really excited to have this conversation on September 22nd, especially when you touched on the secret sauce to accelerate artificial intelligence. You talked about governance, you talked about how putting the right governance in place can ensure not just that you're going to be able to access the data, but it will also represent fairness in the processes that you put into place. So really looking forward to hearing more about all of these topics and having you all join us on September 22nd.